My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is our weekly call-in show. You can join this stream live. Hop on, give us your picks for this card, give us your bets for this card, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and the only thing you need to do to jump on this stream is go to your account page in Premium or go to the Premium Alerts channel in our free Discord. Hop on that link, come in here, come hang out. But it would be a sad, sad day if I didn't plug Premium. So follow our socials, join the free Discord, and become a Premium member. It's only $10 a month. Not only will it give you the opportunity to come in here, join the stream, hang out, chat, you're also going to get tools like the line movement tracker. You're going to get detailed data, metrics, and analytics. You're going to get a DraftKings optimizer. You're going to get the best DraftKings ownership projections in the game, which are preloaded into the optimizer. You're going to get more than just me and Jacob. You're going to get 2 and 3 is 5 and 1 is 6. 6 analysts. You're going to get Artem. You're going to get the pick doctor who went 8-1 last week. This is an AI picking fights based solely off of data. You're going to get the MMA Minute. He's got 30,000 subscribers on the Tiki-Taki, and you're going to get Running Mouth MMA. There are 3 of them giving you picks, bets, and insight. All of that for only $10 a month. Just click, become a member.
We had our first interaction on Twitter today.
Who, you and Running Mouth? Or MMA Hour?
MMA Minute. Oh, MMA Hour.
Yeah, Hour. He's a good, MMA Minute's a good dude. Very normal. You don't find a lot of normals in this space. He's very normal. Normal guy. This guy in the Discord.
Would you describe me as normal?
Absolutely not. This guy in the Discord goes, I don't know why. And listen, I match energy. You come at me with that kind of energy, that's how I'm going to respond. So I basically just said, shut the F up. And then he said, I'm a paying member. So? And you're not yellow in Discord, so how do I know you're a paying member? And even if you are, it doesn't mean you could come at me aggressive and not expect something in return. I'm an energy matcher, Jacob. What do they call that? I'm like an energy mirror. But like
for sure, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's going to be a great stream. Jacob is pleading with Amazon for an empty box and a couple of dollars. So this should be a great freaking stream. Great stream.
I mean, talk about matching energy. Your energy right now is...
Well, let's hear the match. Let's hear the match. Oh, what do we got there?
A 24. They make these
36 ounce.
They make these new 40s for Coke Zero. So this is you can barely see it.
Wow, that's impressive. Look at you. What a man. Hey, why don't you, in all seriousness, let everybody know your concerns about John Castaneda and why they should be a little bit concerned.
Well, I think the biggest red flag was earlier this week, or I guess it was yesterday or the day before, they announced that fight was magically going to move to a catchweight. And it wasn't like a normal, like a 140 or 145. It was like a really specific number. It was 139 and a half or 139 and a half because I think it was 3 pounds. So the question was, who or why was that changed to a catchweight? Because they don't do that unless somebody is having issues or requested or whatever. And it turns out, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, what people have told me, it was Castaneda's team that reached out and asked for the catchweight, and obviously Kang had a certain sign off on it, and they're good to go. But so they already agreed an extra 3 pounds. So for whatever reason, Castaneda requested, I need 3 pounds extra. For
an odd number. He probably asked for 5 and they compromised or something. 3's an odd number.
That would make sense. So then you think, okay, well, that's the first red flag there. And then tonight, when everyone right now is cutting all their weight, cutting 8, 10, 12 pounds, whatever they have to cut, they're doing it right the fuck now. About a couple hours ago, John Castaneda made his Instagram private. Now, why would you want to have a private Instagram on your fight week on a pay-per-view card where you can get all these new people seeing your content? And it seems like they're trying to get out ahead of something to where he can't get as much blowback on all his shit. Like all the comments are great. Because you know how people are when they immediately go to their socials. They say, oh, you're a fraud. I can't believe this and that. So it just seems like they might be getting, it could be nothing. But just to make you, I mean, it's a little bit weird. So the private is weird. The asking for weight ahead of time, that stuff,
you could say it's unprofessional, but if anything, he's
And that
trying to avoid.
And that could have been, honestly, could have been the UFC being like, listen, you guys need to tell us if you're not close to weight,
Yes.
and we will try to work with you guys. We will try to put everything together, whatever, after the last few cards, which have been destroyed by weight misses.
No, 100%. It could have been that. It could have been, let's just ask. Like, who knows? It could have been a million different things, right? But the private Instagram is actually very bizarre. Very bizarre. Because, like you said, the whole point of Instagram, it's social media. You're trying to grow your social media presence so you can get sponsors, so you can get affiliate deals, so you can, have a little more bargaining power when you're trying to negotiate your next contract. So to make that private on one of the bigger pay-per-views of the year makes no sense. And now I follow him. You don't, so you can't see his Instagram. We do. We Want Picks does. We follow every fighter we break down. We follow and then we tag them in our shit. Simple. I checked his Instagram. He posted yesterday. They're like in Times Square. Like, we landed, ready to fight.
Also, has he posted since then on his story or anything?
Oh, maybe a story. I don't know. Let's see.
Well, yeah, that's probably.
I don't watch stories because people know you watch stories, so I'm very anti.
When it comes to fight weeks and fighters, you can learn a lot because a lot of times before a fight is canceled, because these fighters are updating everyone throughout the entire whatever.
12 hours ago, he posted a picture of. Looks like somebody else's picture. That's it.
So before he was cutting.
7 hours ago, he posted a link to. Let's see. Is this his YouTube?
So why would he make the Instagram
7 hours
private
ago
if he's trying to link stuff and promote stuff?
It is bizarre. Let me see. Well, is it still private? Post? You check.
It is. Yeah.
The last story post was a link to a UFC clip of like top fighters to watch, and it started with Nazim walking out, and that was it.
So I think that something probably happened as they started the weight cut, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like it just seems like a weird situation. It could be on. Like, I don't want to be too conspiracy theorist, but I mean, it just seems
it
a little
could
bit
be
weird. And
no
you can tell a lot of
distractions,
times you can tell because fighters will post the entire time that they're. I mean, everyone wants everyone.
They have
to know
nothing
that
to do. They are in the hotel
so
rooms.
if they're active on Instagram, it's gonna boom, boom, boom. There's gonna be posts, and a lot of times when a fight's canceled, you'll see it's boom, 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 and then it goes real quiet for about 12 hours, and then the fight's announced that it's quiet because then they, why are they still posting? They know the fight's over. So
yeah, it'll come down to weigh-ins. Obviously, I already have that bet on John Castaneda, and that's the that's always trick. Yeah, I saw your hedge, and if you're a premium member, you can see Jacob's hedge. Good hedge, actually. Actually, very good hedge. If you're a premium member, you can check that out. If you're not, become one. $10 a month at WeWantPicks.com. Just click become a member. At the very least, it supports us, and it keeps this whole thing running. But what the hell was I going to say? This is vodka and club soda instead of my normal boxed wine, so it's kind of a little slurry. What the hell was I saying? Oh, we'll see what happens at the weigh-ins. Obviously, if he makes weight and he's good to go, then we're good. No problem. It is what it is. But if he doesn't look great, it's going to be tricky, and that is the problem. There's two schools of thought. There are a lot of people out there that say, I don't place bets till after the weigh-ins. And I get it, because I placed a bet on John Castaneda 4 or 5 days ago. If he goes out there, looks like trash, misses weight, looks like he's about to die, then goes out there to fight and looks horrible in his fight, well, how was I supposed to know that? You know what I mean? That sucks. But if I wait till the weigh-ins, you might lose all the value. John Castaneda specifically, the line hasn't moved too much, but I got a whole bunch of value on Mackenzie Dern. I got her at minus 177. She's already minus 200, and that'll keep moving. So
I think it's worse than that at this point. Let me check for you.
I did my betting video
minus
this morning,
205.
So. Yeah, so it's moving a little bit. She's bigger than Jessica Andrade, too, so the weigh-ins will probably help with that. You always get people on Fridays and Saturdays. They're like, oh, let me do my bets now. And then they'll literally look at pictures and go from there. $2 super chat from Joey T. Joe Todoro says, become a member today and get Jacob to Brazil. Thank you very much, Joe. A couple of things for Joey here. First of all,
thanks, Joey.
Joe has been a premium member since the minute premium membership was a thing. Literally, it started August 2022. Joe was like our third premium member. Still is. Joe went out as a premium member and won himself like a $65,000 in a DraftKings tournament. Took a huge entry down and then had a couple of small ones that same weekend. Joe now writes up some of our premium DraftKings plays. So it's not me. It's Joey T who went out there and actually put his money where his mouth was and took down a $60-something thousand tournament. And then last little fact here, when I do my DraftKings video and I talk about we have $400,000 in community winnings, that doesn't include Joe's tickets. I'm only including the last 4 months. Joe did this about 6-7 months ago, something like that. So thank you for the $2, Joe. Congrats on the $60,000. And if you're not a premium member, become one, and you can see some of that DraftKings content. Macho Gacho says, what's the number we can call? Okay.
281-330-8004.
I checked out the shots. They look good. I'll go through that for sure. All right, perfect. That's the editor for the Fight Foods vlog. I'm very excited for this Fight Foods vlog. I already uploaded some videos, and I was like, are these any good? And so I wanted to look at them. He said they're good. So should be a good Fight Foods. I'm looking forward to it. But Macho Gacho, you see the ticker scrolling across the bottom of this screen? There you go. You have to be a premium member. If you're a premium member, there's a link in the Premium Alerts channel in the Discord, or log in the premium, click on the account, and then there's a big button that says call the show. Oh, Jakey boy. I'm looking forward to these fights. I was very bummed when...
I'm looking forward to you to seeing you swing a golf club tomorrow night.
We know I suck at golf. I'm not a fluid sport kind of guy. I'm a brute force sport kind of guy.
It's a sight to behold. And we're going to film a lot of that for the vlog.
Even one of my neighbors started, fell into a rabbit hole of watching my old wrestling videos. And... so he was like, what's this? What's that? He literally said, and he doesn't know, right? He didn't wrestle. He goes, is there a rule against immediately starting to wrestle? Because as soon as the whistle blows, you guys just grab each other. It's like, no, there's no rule. I am and have always been quite lazy. So I just grab immediately to slow the pace and to prevent the other person from doing anything.
Same. That's kind of my go-to.
All right, we got Gucci Kai. Gucci, if you're ready, put the camera on.
You're drinking that like you haven't had a drink of water in 3 weeks the way you're gulping that down.
I drank this much already? Well, it wasn't to the brim.
Every drink is like...
much. I guess I do aggressively punch it down.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Gucci, are you old enough to drink?
Yeah, dude, I can't see you. You know, in the little website. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can see and hear you. Yes.
Oh, well, you scared me, bro. You scared the
bro. What guest do you have today?
That's Papa.
Oh no, I'm fucking bro. I'm a little out of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyways,
oh my God.
Hold on. I got a serious question. Did Tom Aspinall look like a bitch in that press conference, or am I tripping? Because my money was on Tom.
He's been saying. I mean, he's just been saying
Guru's advice.
He's just been talking all week about how he hasn't been training and this is the worst fight ever.
I can't hear y'all either.
Oh shit!
I can't see y'all, bro.
Get this guy the fuck out of here. He's just talking to himself.
Yeah. Absolute fucking turd.
Dickweed.
All right, I'm gonna kick your ass out of here. You figure it out. You come back. What a joke. He just expects us to sit here and watch him? Watch a top-down view? Can you hear us or no?
He's Helen Keller right now.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
He can't hear or see.
Hello?
Yeah, dude. All right.
Get him out of here, man. What the fuck are we doing?
He's out. Yeah, he's out. He's out of here. Well, why don't you answer his question, Jacob?
I was answering his question. All
right, go ahead.
All Tom has been talking about all week is the fact that he hasn't been training. He's like, oh, it's been 2 weeks, but, I mean, you can't do anything in 2 weeks. The fact that this is, the worst circumstances ever, and he basically just took it because I'm not going to say no, right? And he actually made a good point. He's like, what am I going to do? I'm sitting in London watching a heavyweight fight knowing that I could have maybe won the heavyweight title that night. So it's like... It kind of creeped me out when you just did that. I looked and you were talking.
I'm listening.
No, I knew what you were doing. No, I knew you were listening too. I know you're listening. But yeah, I mean, he made a good point. He's like, if I'm going to sit there and just watch it, I might as well give it a shot. And it feels like he just showed up being like, yeah, we'll see what happens. You know,
they probably offered him good money too.
Well, I guarantee that's why I said in the Discord, I guarantee the UFC was like, here's some extra money, show up. listen, if you lose, we're not going to bump you to the end of the line. We're not going to fucking put you out of the top 5 or whatever. He's like, if you lose, you're still going to be in line, so don't worry about it. Just come in, do your best. Here's a little cash, so.
It is, I mean, and it's always,
really
what's funny, I'm listening, I'm here. I've heard every word you said. What's funny, this is my fault. The girls, I could tell, had a lot of energy. So I was like, do you guys want to share a room? Because when they share a room...
I thought you were about to start talking about the fucking Tom Aspinall. That was like...
I am. And then you said I'm very unprofessional.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Okay, so I'm explaining why I'm talking to the baby monitor. So I told them, you guys, if you want to share the room tonight, you can. So they shared a room. I thought they would like talk for a little bit and then burn a little bit of energy and fall asleep. And instead, they're like screaming and yelling at each other. It was my mistake. I should have known that was going to happen.
We're going to build a fort and have a slumber party tomorrow night. Me and Big Don.
There you go. All right. So my thoughts on the Tom Aspinall thing. It is a little bizarre that he's talking through all that stuff. That he's, the scariest guy. And, there's a lot of doubt in the stuff that he's saying. But it's the UFC has always said, when you get these opportunities, you don't pass them up. When you get these opportunities, you don't pass them up. And remember, that's what happened when Dricus said no to the title shot with Izzy. And Izzy's camp and the UFC were like, you don't say no to title shots. You don't know if you'll ever get another one again. And then you have people like Bilal Muhammad that have been sitting around forever, may never get a title shot. People like Merab. So saying no to a title shot is a risky game to play. But at the same time, it did just work out for Dricus. It may work out for Tom as well. So you can't necessarily...
And here's one of the quotes.
In MMA. I'm fighting the scariest guy in MMA, in my opinion, in the worst circumstances possible without a training camp. But...
Well, the worst circumstances possible without a training camp is what he said about going into this fight. But
the good news is... And we don't know, right? We also thought Almeida and Derek Lewis would end somewhat quickly. But the good news is...
Well, one of us was saying that Jalton sucks for the last year.
Saying Jalton sucks and saying Derek Lewis would win are two different things. And
well,
saying Derek Lewis would win
I need my flowers for
incorrect.
saying that Jalton fucking sucks.
I don't think he's... Why does he suck? He dominated that fight.
Fucking steamrolled that dude.
See, that's a terrible take, man. Saying he sucks because he didn't finish somebody is insane. He absolutely dominated every second of that fight.
He had over 4 minutes of control in 5 straight rounds and had one 10-8 round. He was in full mount for 4 minutes of fucking every single round and got one 10-8 round out of it. That is fucking pathetic. That's
a judge's issue.
Yeah.
That's a judge's issue.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
But that's not again, saying he sucks is a very different statement. How does he suck? He dominated every minute of that fight. Never was in any trouble. Nothing mattered. Absolutely dominated start to finish. That's just, he didn't finish the dude. Okay. Fine. He didn't finish a tough dude.
He didn't even do damage on him. It's not like Derek Lewis toughed it out. He didn't do any damage. He didn't threaten anything.
I don't think he tried.
I don't think he tried. Why would he try?
But saying he sucks makes it sound like he's trying.
Brazil to make a name for himself. Why would he try? To get $50,000 extra for if he got to finish? Why would he try?
I don't know.
I don't think he was trying. He doesn't even want the $50K. Fuck it.
Listen, Gucci's back. Let's see if
dude's making like $20,000 a night.
Let's see if this Muppet figured out life.
Christmas.
Hey Gucci, did you figure your shit out or what?
Yeah, I think so because I couldn't see y'all. Can y'all hear me now? I can see both of y'all.
We could hear you the whole time.
Can you hear
no matter what?
Yes. Okay, so that was my thing. I looked back on the live. I couldn't hear Jacob at all. When he was talking, I could not hear him. I could only hear Angelo. And I don't know if y'all pull up the app or this website, but when the website comes up, like y'all are on the left side, and it shows both of the cameras, and it showed mine too, but it didn't show mine this time. It was just all socials.
Well, what do you have for us?
Oh man, damn, bro, my bad. I'll go cry. I'll go cry. No, I deadass have really like serious questions like this time because I really need
go ahead. I have to pee.
We already answered one.
I heard
you answered one, so ask another one. All right, I gotta pee.
Okay, so I heard that, but so I know that I know your stand. I'm on your stand.
This is always so funny because Angelo, if you know, I fucking can't stand doing this show. Just can't fucking stand it. And Angelo, this is like his thing. I'm just joking when I say can't stand. I always give Angelo a hard time like I can't stand doing the show. But this is supposed to be Angelo's thing. He wants to make this like the biggest thing on the channel with people calling in and this and that. We get you on the show. You're a regular. We love when you call in. But the first time he actually gets somebody to call in that he can talk to and ask questions because this is his dream show, he just fucking gets up and leaves. It's so crazy. He does it all the time. The second he finally gets somebody. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, I don't blame you. I'm on your stance with it with the whole Benoit. I was really, I could say fucking right in fucking the goofy ass Bonfim twins or whatever the fuck. And
Right.
Benoit was the first dude to, fraud check him. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm never betting against this guy ever again. He really about his shit, I thought it was. So do you think, I saw your video where you said he got it, but what is Angelo's side? I know he was kind of like iffy.
Angelo's on the Frivola side, and I can't remember why he was. Listen, I know that Frivola's going to be live. That dude's tough. He'll move forward.
Very tough.
Can't really eat a shot. But if Benoit's just wrestling and grappling, Frivola can stay alive during that type of stuff and maybe get a reversal or whatever. Maybe get some shots in there during the takedown attempts. Frivola's very good on the ground. The issue is he doesn't really have a chin, and I think that he eventually is going to get worn down because Benoit said Denis not going to stop. I mean, that dude just fucking never stops, and he could just wear down a guy like Frivola. But I like Frivola. I mean, I hope he wins. I'll be rooting for him. And I did the same. I mean, I did the same thing again when he won against when he won against Thiago Moises. I said I'm never picking against Benoit again. I was like, if that guy can't really expose him, and he didn't come close to exposing him, I'm like, that dude's fucking good.
Yeah,
So.
Benoit's crazy. I like Frivola too personally because he made me money when he knocked out a Giggity Dober.
Yeah, Drew Dober, yeah.
Yeah, call him Giggity because of the damn bro. Have you seen his picture, bro? He's like fucking wide. I'm like, damn, bro.
It's crazy. That dude chews a lot of gum.
He said chews a lot of gum.
That dude fucking chomping on some shit. Just walking around, just chewing on beef jerky all day.
Boy, damn near chewing on rocks. Well, I'm gonna need Angelo's take because he was on the other side. Okay, and I know you're very split on this, like you were saying in your video.
I think Angelo might have fallen in the toilet.
Bro,
I don't know what's taking him so long. He literally might be stuck right now. I'm literally checking my phone. Like, is he trying to call me? Like a 911? Like, page out a number? That dude might be stuck on the fucking toilet right now.
So you're all for Lupita? I'm with her too. She goes.
I love Lupi.
But what if she doesn't decide to wrestle and just tries to stay on the feet? Isn't that, or is that the plan?
No, I want her to strike. She is she is a way better striker than Ricci. Ricci has been. I've picked every single Ricci fight correctly. I had the sub versus Panay. I had her fucking smoking Jillian. I knew exactly what she was gonna do. Just get the takedowns and then get off her, stay safe, win the round. I know Ricci, and I respect Ricci. And Ricci's gonna beat every single person that she can out wrestle, which should be a lot of the division. The issue is she shouldn't be able to out-wrestle Lupi. Lupi is the better wrestler. So if she can't out-wrestle her, her striking is not good at all. It's volume, and she's tough, but she gets hit a ton, and her striking is not that good. It's good when you can mix in between takedowns. You can do enough in the striking for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then you get your takedowns. She can do that, but the takedowns aren't there, and I don't think they will be against Lupi. I think she's in some big trouble.
Okay, I was really confident on Lupi too because
I'm loaded up on it for sure.
You're not concerned, and I see. Well, there's one name in the chat I'm not going to say, or in the queue. I don't know if I'm going to put him on. I also see Harris. I see you, Macho Gotcha. We'll get to you guys in a minute. You're not concerned about her wild inconsistencies, Jakey boy?
No, I think that was. I literally think that's just game planning issues. Game planning issues comes down to your coaches in your camp.
Then
she's had a great.
But why would somebody tell her don't wrestle Cynthia Calvillo?
I mean,
and she tried to wrestle.
How many
Angela
times
Hill,
have we sat here? How many times have we sat here and said this fighter will win if they do this, and then it doesn't happen? A lot of these coaches in fucking camps are fucking. They try to
why
outsmart
are we assuming
themselves.
It's the coach's fault?
I'm not assuming it is. I'm just saying everyone wants to. You said Lupi is so inconsistent. Maybe the devil's advocate is
maybe
it's not her.
Maybe. Okay.
It is game planning, and I think she went to Lobo, and they had the perfect game plan for Elise Reed. I think that makes a big difference, and I think that she's locked.
Well,
in
honestly, what may have helped her quite a bit is, she obviously is at Lobo, and what the hell? Alexa Grasso was taken down over and over and over again by Shevchenko before getting the submission. So that last camp was probably very much like, I need all of you to wrestle the hell out of me. So that's what she was doing that whole camp, which is why she came out and wrestled Elise Reed.
That's kind of valid.
Well, she also
Makes
knocked
sense.
her down and nearly knocked
She
her
did.
out as well. So
No, she did, but she at least committed to the wrestling, which she hadn't done before. Dude, the live chat's going wild here. I got up, I took a quick pee, I made sure my kids were okay.
We
they're
literally,
going
I was
crazy.
checking my phone. I literally was assumed that you had fallen in the toilet or something. 'Cause you sit to pee.
I peed and then I checked on my daughters. Let's relax for a second.
Okay.
Have you ever
We
been
have,
stuck on
what
the toilet
cigarettes do you smoke? I don't smoke
No.
cigarettes.
Have you ever been stuck on the toilet, Angela? I should
Stuck
say,
on the
how
toilet?
many times have you?
Post Taco Bell.
No, the question would be,
Have you broken one of those railings getting off the toilet before? Just fucking snap that shit off.
Bro,
the
he on
only not because I needed help getting up, only because my legs were numb. I was sitting down so long.
Oh,
got
it
diabetes.
Your legs never went numb
No,
sitting on
it
the
happens.
toilet?
He's
it happens. No,
no,
bro,
he's
you
got
can't-
diabetes.
Come on. You can't wish the
I don't
worst
have
for him,
feet. They cut off both feet.
bro. Oh, but Angela, real question. Why are you on the Frivola side? Like, I'm not hating on him. I know he's good, but I just kind of want your take because I really want to know how I want to play this because I'm all for Benoit.
in all seriousness, and he's a big underdog, and he's also a guy that like gets finished.
Very big.
And Benoit Saint Denis has like that mental fortitude, which is something that's very hard to bet against. But Matt Frivola has wrestled his whole life. He's a wrestler, always has been a wrestler. Benoit Saint Denis learned wrestling the last 5 years. And yeah, it's working for him because he's aggressive with it and he's taking shots. But I'm not buying just yet that he's going to come forward. He's going to out wrestle who will be the better wrestler. We know Matt Frivola has real power in his hands. Matt Frivola is fighting at home in New York City. Half of his team is on this card. He has this, he's riding, I believe very much in like energy and streaks and all that. He has all the energy, all the streak, like things are just going his way. And obviously Benoit Saint Denis has a nice little streak going himself. But he's the one flying to the other side of the world. He's the one that's fighting against the better wrestler. Yeah, he's got some power in his hands, but so does Matt. So I'm not saying Frivola's going to whoop his ass. This line's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But I am saying those odds should be much, much closer. Do you agree, Jacob, or no?
I already
fine-
said,
fine if you
I respect Matt Frivola. So I definitely am not going to sit here and trash a guy like Matt Frivola because that guy's an awesome dude. And he is literally what like fighting is all about, right? I mean, he's going to get in there, he's going to mix it up, and he's going to see what happens. And he trusts his abilities, and he's a fun guy to watch. So he is everything that you want in a fighter. It just feels like I think that adrenaline dump is going to be big for him. I think, it's going to be a very high-paced fight in the first 3 or 4 minutes, especially when those grappling exchanges, start happening, because BSD is going to stay on him. You just scramble out of position.
Mental fortitude, cardio. Yeah, he's an animal.
But
yeah.
I think that eventually that's just going to wear Matt Frivola down. I think that's how Arman Tsarukyan did it in that fight, and that was a little bit ago, and he should be a little bit better than that. But I just think eventually he just kind of gets worn down, and BSD either finds a late finish or does enough to win a couple rounds.
Well, and the one thing, the narrative I hate with Matt Frivola, is people being like, LOL, Terrence McKinney finished him. Dude, fucking Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney is
He's
an
nearly
animal.
finished every single person, hasn't he? Hasn't he
He's an
knocked
absolute-
down and almost knocked out every single person?
Yeah, dude, that dude's a savage. Like, yeah, he's also lost a few times, but he's a savage. Like,
Half
let's
the
not
time
pretend.
he's lost, it's because he gets tired trying to finish people. He almost knocked out.
Yeah, no,
real.
literally the only loss I could think of that he had at no point was he dominating was Ismael Bonfim. Outside of that, he has dominated every single person he has ever fought, win or lose. So,
And the Bonfim brothers just got fake checks, so.
no, they suck. I'm done with those
Dude,
idiots.
I'm done with them
Anybody
too.
With a
I'm
little
done with
bit of
them too.
cardio.
And, listen to this. This will be fun for us. Terrence McKinney back in. This is actually fun for us. We could play a game here. Back in MCF in 2019, Terrence McKinney got choked out by Derek Minner. Well, just so happens.
Here we go. Oh my God.
Ryan
Here we
Hall
go.
fucking smoked Derek Minner. Therefore, how many people can Ryan Hall actually beat? He can beat Terrence McKinney.
Not Drew Dober.
Huh?
Not Ilya Taporia.
That
Okay,
one's gonna
here
be
you
a
go.
big one.
You think Ryan Hall could beat
No, here you go.
Taporia?
Here you go. Because Terrence McKinney beat Matt Frevola. Matt Frevola literally beat Drew Dober. So Ryan Hall would beat Drew Dober.
Okay.
MMA match does not work.
It does if it does for that.
You got anything else for us? We got a whole bunch of people in the queue.
Yeah. Last one. This is one. It's the main event. I really just need advice on it because I say Pereira, but then at the end of the day, I don't know if it's just like biasy. So
listen, here's my...
It's 50-50.
I'll let Jacob go, but yeah, it's a 50-50 fight. My gut reaction was Prochazka's going to win that fight. That was my gut reaction. I wrote up my notes that way. I had my pick that way. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, man, that shoulder injury, if it's real, if we can take them at their word, was a really bad injury. He is very hittable. Alex Pereira is that guy when it comes to, landing that big left hook. So I switched my pick to Alex Pereira, but my gut was saying Jiri Prochazka. So therefore, no real answer from me. I'm not betting on that fight. I'm just going to watch it and enjoy it, and it is what it is because it's too hard. Somebody's going to dominate. It's not going to be a back and forth fight. Somebody's going to dominate, and whoever bet on that person got incredible value. Outside of that, stupid. Don't bet on that fight unless you're positive.
I'm probably just going to stick to my gut and still say Pereira and probably just play both sides, even though I don't like doing it. But I think those are all the main ones I really wanted to ask: Aspinall, Benoit, and the main event. So yeah. I appreciate y'all though. Like I know I come in here and goof off and we just spray soft.
No, you're good. You're good. You show up with positive energy. We're all about
really
the energy here. You show up positive. We got a couple of regulars that call in with positive energy, so you're good.
I try my best. Oh, and shout, bro.
Yeah, just clean your fucking room though. What's
ridiculous. Your mom doing though?
Yeah, where is she?
She's
That's not a joke.
Bro. She's at home.
Let's not pretend. Yeah, let's not pretend she's not 2 rooms over.
You literally wouldn't want me as a stepdad?
Dude, you was funny. I'm not gonna lie. He said we'll be up playing, bro. I thought it was going the worst way possible. He's like, up playing OG Fortnite, baby. I'm like, bro,
I forgot about that. Yeah, I was on the stream talking about being his stepdad. And I was trying to allude to the fact that I was gonna be pounding his mom or something. I was like, we could be in the bedroom and this, and then I was like, playing Fortnite, baby. Let's go,
bro. You're funny, bro. Like I know people in the chat say like, oh, what is this? I'm like, bro. At the end of the day, it's a joke or whatever. However you want to take it, I don't take shit too serious. I'm here to enjoy time, bro. So I appreciate y'all. Oh, and chat gave me a good one. Almeida by decision. I saw it. I said, fuck it, bro, and it happened. So shout out to that chat that day. Maybe some money.
Some sharp dudes.
That's why. Sure. Yeah, I mean we definitely got tagged in a few of those tickets. I do think there's a lot of people with some wild tickets every weekend. I do think those people bet show me all the tickets, not just that one outrageous one. Yeah, but some people did hit that, and honestly, in hindsight, I never would have bet that. But in hindsight, it's not crazy. I thought it was crazy going into the week because
sucks.
Okay.
Everyone that bet that was the one that listened to me.
Charlton by decision. I mean, Derek Lewis is tough, and we watched him quit against Cyril Gane, but he beat his ass standing. Mm-hmm. He got submitted by Sergey Spivak. That's what I thought was going to happen, but outside the Spivak fight, All right, goodbye. Good riddance. Arrivederci.
Appreciate you, man. Tell her I said hi, though, for real.
Get out of here. See you next week.
All right, see ya.
All right, he's not coming back then. If he's not going to say,
if his mom's on the stream, he can go fuck himself. Here's a real view into how all this shit works. I said I originally was going with Jiri, and then I switched to Alex, so we get switched back to Jiri. I have Jiri. Then we have Jiri gets hit way too much. It's everybody's split on this fight.
Oh, and
like you said,
very sure that they're on the right side. So
everybody's split, and everybody is positive as hell that they're right. And like you said, I'm not built for the internet because this stuff actually bothers me. 100%, no matter what happens, half of the comments or on the I'll do my quick picks on Sunday are gonna be, oh, I knew Jiri was gonna win, easy money. I knew Alex was gonna win, easy money. It's like, shut up. That was not easy money. That was an impossible fight to pick. That's why the odds were what they were. What are you zooming in on with your face?
Is Gucci Kai's avatar a shirtless picture of himself? Is that what that is? Or is that like a cartoon thing?
Nazim did beat, and I see there's 3 of you in the queue. I'll get to you, I promise. Nazim did beat Terrence McKinney after he got the shit kicked out of him in the first round, wrestling-wise. And then the last comment before I go to the next caller is special contest. Winner gets to be present at the next pay-per-view vlog. Ooh, probably not, Julio. They are filmed at my house. And I don't think my wife will take too kindly. We will eventually do like a in-person fight companion kind of thing. Right, Jacob? Like we'll rent someplace out, watch the fights, do it with some people.
Yeah, don't
charge $2,000 at the door.
I don't want anyone making eye contact with me. I don't want anybody thinking they're going to touch
me. Yeah, Jacob will be checking height at the door. Anybody above 6 feet will not be allowed in. So it's the Tom Cruise effect. They only cast short actors around him. And that's how Jakey Boy's going to run that thing. All right. We have 3 people in the queue. Harris, you are last, but I see you sitting tight. We have somebody called Angelo's Sack. This was the first person who called in. I'm going to put him on the stream, but Harris said, I'm last, fuck you, and he left. I'm going to put Angelo Sack on the stream because I'm an equal opportunity. But my mouse is hovering over the hide button. So he's going to be gone instantly if we get any games. Angelo Sack, you're on. I'm ready to get rid of you. I'm ready to get rid of you.
I mean,
he's been on before.
Oh, yeah, of course I've been on.
No, he's our favorite Amazon driver, but I can't tell. I just see the fucking name.
Oh, wait, you can't see me?
No. I can see you, but when you're in the queue before I put you on, it's like, and you're vertical because you don't know how to use a phone. So, it's a little tiny face and it's hidden behind a huge button that says put on stream. So
I just had to come on here and say hi to my guys and also just vent that Von Theme really ruined my day.
What a bunch of pussies those guys are. You know the difference? Real quick, not to cut you off, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, you good.
Gabriel Bonfim winning that fight means both of my safety parlays hit. I am up units across the board. Jacob's up units across the board. And we have one of the best nights we've ever had. Gabriel Bonfim losing, burn that bitch down. Burn the whole thing down. The whole thing sucks. It's crazy. It's crazy. What a pussy.
When I saw him crumple down, I was just
what
like,
a pussy. Dude, if he
all
got
my money.
If he got out, I have much more tolerance for out techniqued, right? You get out, there's always somebody better. I don't care who you are. There is always somebody better. And if
there's nobody better than me.
If he got out techniqued, right? He was a little slower to the punch. His takedowns were getting stuffed. If he got out techniqued, you take the loss, you move on. But to get out-worked, out-cardioed, honestly, when your entire job is to just be in shape, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But Dolby, after Dolby's last fight, I should have.
Dude, he looked like shit against. But he barely beat Sadykhov. He didn't beat the shit out of Sadykhov.
Oh God, I wish I could just go back. I would have thrown Mark in that parlay, and I would have made more money too.
Who's Mark? Mark who?
Mark DeCasey.
Oh, fuck. That dude fucking lost that fight. I don't give a fuck, dude. He didn't do shit. That dude walking in, I'm gonna put on a show, flipping off the crowd. He eats 2 leg kicks and turn into fucking Nurmagomedov. And then even on top, he literally did nothing on top. He wasn't even trying to strike. He wasn't trying to do. He just literally laying on top of Cowie. And Cowie laying a few strikes, take it down. I think Cowie won 2 rounds, and one of those judges had it absolutely correct.
I wasn't trying to fade your lock of the week, but it was just like Mark was.
But it was
like,
a terrible.
He had
lock,
too much.
So.
Yeah, he had too much. He had too much time in the UFC for me to go against him, and I'm starting to not go with the new guys unless it's
debuts and stuff.
Yeah, like except for what's his name last week with the one eye. Except
Chara.
like when you got people who have film that you can watch and you can see how they're carving people up, especially when he was on the ground. I thought he was gonna lose because he was on the ground. He spent the whole round like 2 rounds on the ground mostly. I'm like, we need Bruno to get screwed over bad, and that's what happened. Sort of.
No, Bruno didn't get screwed. Bruno lost that fight, but I hear
Yeah.
the 30-27 was outrageous. But outside of that, it was a 29-28. We got a couple comments. Hold on, sit tight. We got a couple
go for it.
We got Pepper said, "I bet Dalby, but I was impressed by Bonfim." I agree with that statement. Bonfim in that first round looked phenomenal. That's why I'm frustrated, because the critique isn't Bonfim sucks, because he does not suck. The critique is your only job is to be in shape and have the skills. He has the skills. He's not in shape. That's crazy. That's your job. That is your job. You would get cut from the NFL if you couldn't run the distance you need to run because you got too tired. You stopped halfway through. So UFC is somewhat similar. That's what annoys the shit out of me.
Now, I think I'm on the Ricci wave because I'll take some jiu-jitsu. You know, like, I feel she gets her to the ground. Maybe something wild happens. Because, like, think about it. Derek Lewis and Jalton went to a decision. Nobody saw that coming. So it's just like, what else can happen? Like, anything's possible nowadays.
I'm glad it was a 1.5 round because I don't like doing under 1.5s. I only like 1.5s when I'm like, that's too low. Like, you know, I hit that last week with the heavyweights. I'm like, I knew it. They're going to give us a 1.5 because they're heavyweights, and that's a dumb line. When I think the 1.5 is, like, accurate, I don't like doing the under. So I didn't touch that. But if it was a 2.5, I would have done the under on 2.5, and I would have got my ass handed to me, obviously. Isaac, I see you in the queue there. We'll get to you in a minute or two.
Oh, yeah, I just got one more thing.
No, you're good. I'm not kicking you off.
Can you guys do, like, a full card parlay, like something fun? Because, like, I'm not going to lie, I've hit
so that somebody could hit up the Twitter comments and be like, you fucking suck, bro. You're parlay.
Maybe not even full card. Maybe 7 or 8 fights. Something crazy that we could all ride. And then it's just... But I don't know how would you do that with premium.
I put one in the
We can't post that
every
shit.
week.
We can't post that shit because people will count it, and it's not good.
Well, I put parlays in the premium lobby all the time.
You did? Oh,
in the lounge, in the premium lounge.
Oh, in the lounge. Yeah. Not official premium place, but yeah.
Right.
Well,
so you're not talking about the Discord?
Yeah, the
Discord. He's talking about the Discord.
In the lounge, yeah. Because I play parlays all the time that I don't put in premium, but sometimes people want to see them anyway, so they're not part of premium, but I'll just post them anyway inside of there.
Oh, so you're out there winning money on the side and not telling us. That's wild.
You know what's funny you say that?
Well, the issue
Josh the web guy, that's his biggest issue with Jacob doing that. He's like, if I'm paying for premium and Jacob shares a ticket of some shit that he won, I'm a little pissed. But in Jacob's defense, some of these are risky and wild, and they're literally just for engagement and fun. The Lobo parlay, I mean, come on. That's for engagement. That's for fun. If he put that on premium and that loses, which it's supposed to do,
well, it is.
Then we got people bitching. You don't have the Lobo parlay in premium.
I added it tonight.
Well, you're a fucking idiot.
Really? All right, I gotta go. I gotta look at that.
I mean, you're an idiot. There's no way that it's.
Because all I do is parlays. Because it's just like you know.
What do you mean that there's no way that hits? Because you pick Costa to beat Urseg. We both have Lupi, and Diego can definitely beat Pat. What do you mean there's no way that hits?
Diego cannot beat Pat. Diego cannot beat Pat. Lupi is very inconsistent, and I think I bet Costa because I can't stand the way Urseg looks.
Well, I mean, you literally picked 2 of the 3, and you're saying it has no chance. That's crazy.
I'll bet you. What are the odds on that parlay?
I got physics homework to do. I will catch you guys.
How old are you?
I will still listen. 24. I'm still getting my engineering degree.
17. Yeah. Fuck. Well, wait. We appreciate you. You're about to get your. So you're an Amazon driver, right? Is it full time?
Part.
Does it get crazy for you in the next couple of weeks? Like it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, but
like you get a helper?
No. I'm out there. I drive and hop out the van. I do it all.
Do you get? I know like UPS drivers get helpers. Do Amazon drivers get helpers or no?
Not at my specific spot.
Gotcha. They're like, deal with it. Your truck's twice
as
full.
Yeah.
But do you have lowered our?
What?
No, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
They lowered our amount of stops, so I'm like getting home at like 8 o'clock instead of like 9.
That's good. Do they give you the cool electric truck or you have the regular one?
Oh yeah, I drive the electric truck. It's awesome. It makes me like, Now I wonder why people are like buying Teslas, because those things are fast.
Does it?
Wow.
Do you have to charge it halfway through the day? Like, there's no way that. So,
we charge them. We put them back on the chargers every time we come back, so they sit there overnight. And we never really use all the battery. The battery will last us like, if we really didn't charge it, it probably lasted like 2 days.
oh, so you finish your whole route. How long's a route? How many hours?
Probably from 10 to like 8. So yeah, like
Oh
8,
shit,
9
8 hours,
hours.
8 hour, yeah.
Yeah.
And you, how many miles? It's not that many miles though, right?
No, not probably like 20 miles in terms of a town.
Yeah, not actual wheels turning.
Yeah.
A 20-mile radius, but wheels turning. Who knows? All right, so I guess that makes sense that the battery will. My wife just got an electric car, and it's stupid how fast they are. It's not reasonable. It's wild.
But oh my god,
It's
when
sweet.
you have to merge lanes, you have no problem merging lanes at all because nobody's faster than you.
I always thought they had to recharge those trucks halfway through, but I guess it makes sense if you have a tight little radius, it doesn't have to.
Oh no, yeah, we're all good on the mileage, but yeah, I need to find something else. I need to find a job. I need to move to Washington. Jersey doesn't have anything for me here.
Washington, the state, or Washington D.C.
Because that's where Boeing,
A wild ass
SpaceX.
move. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Connecticut has Sikorsky.
I don't want to live in Connecticut.
Okay, you know what? I think that's our time here. We'll see ya.
All right, yo, I know.
It's
I'm
only
sorry.
the best pizza in the country, but yeah, fuck Connecticut.
And like, there's no hockey in Connecticut. I'm a hockey person.
We
and
had the Hartford Whalers. It's halfway in between the Bruins and the It's halfway in between the Bruins and the Rangers.
Yeah, but I'm not going to a Patriots game either. That's the last.
The Giants
place.
won a couple of Super Bowls.
The Patriots are the reason why Andrew Luck doesn't have a ring right now.
Oh, Andrew Luck doesn't have a ring because he's a rich quitter crybaby. He grew up with some money, made some money, got a little bit. Oh, NFL's
He went to
not going my way, I
Stanford.
quit.
You don't pay to get in. This is a UFC. Stanford and Andrew Luck had the smartest quarterback to ever play the game.
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying he was a well-to-do guy.
Oh
And
yeah.
as soon as the NFL, like he quit halfway, not even halfway through his career. He was in the first third of his career, and he's like, "I'm done with this," because he didn't need it.
True. Well, I mean,
He
was hurt.
He
was hurt.
Kind of guy.
But I mean, Jacob can educate you on that because we are both Colts fans, and he's probably looking something up right now. But
he's
angrily
arguing with
typing to
Amazon for
Amazon.
$8. Yeah.
Like
My
$2,000.
favorite my favorite Andrew Luck thing. I'll get to you. I see you, Harris. My favorite Andrew Luck thing is what year did he retire? It was like 2020, 2019, something like that, right?
It's something within the last like 4 or 5 years, yeah, something like that.
So we lived here in Texas. I've only lived here. I think this is my 5th year, 6th year, maybe. All my in-laws live here. My wife is a Texan, so my brother-in-law, my cousin-in-law, all those people live here. And they're in a fantasy football league together. So I was like, you guys come to my house. You can do the draft at my house. And then there's a UFC that night. I don't remember what the event was. So they came over. I'm sitting there hanging out. I'm not in their league. They're doing their thing. They got all their notes, all their laptops. And my brother-in-law drafts Andrew Luck. Pumped he got him. First pick. And Andrew Luck announced his retirement no less than 3 minutes later. It was like the comedic timing on it was unbelievable. It was fun. I loved it. And I'm not a huge football guy, and I was just loving every second of that. It was fantastic.
We got to get you into football. I don't know how you're not loving it.
Oh, dude, and I live in football country, and like a couple of friends here like are involved, and it's just I have immigrant parents, man. I didn't grow up doing the normal American shit.
But then, at least like soccer, then.
Soccer's fucking stupid.
Okay, well, I mean, we can agree. Well, I respect any athlete, but it's just like I think baseball's on my low totem pole. Like I'd put soccer above baseball in terms of what
I'll watch baseball. No, I hear you. I mean, the World Series was great. This was a great World Series. Whether Texas won or not, the playoffs, both teams went full 7 games. We had come from behind victories in the World Series. Like it was awesome. We had grand slams. Like this World Series is exactly what the MLB wants World Series to be. Maybe they're a little longer, but
I
The
need
road?
fighting. I need hitting. I need contact, bro. Like I can't just see them. I can't watch them like hit that ball. Like I know it's hard, but it's just like you have to get my attention. And baseball
Have you
is
gone
not
to
it.
a monster truck rally?
I would not like to admit the answer to that, but
Oh
yes.
man, I love that shit. Yo, dude, Gravedigger. First of all, growing up, I think there's obviously been 100 different Gravediggers, but growing up, jumping the cars, all the shit, I love that stuff.
I
There's
was
always
some
fights in
redneck
those
one in
stands.
Delaware, so I didn't see Gravedigger, even though that's like I
So
know
like
I
the
know
budget
So,
version.
yeah. Yeah. But you guys,
Homemaker.
I know somebody's in the
Yeah, you're
queue.
good. I'll let you go. I dragged
Sign
it on.
up for premium. My boys Angelo and Jay are gonna hook you up. Artem too. What else? Oh yeah, the most entertaining YouTube channel you can find. I don't
Man,
even know
pots
how
and
I found
pans.
you guys. I really don't even know, but I'm glad I did.
Well, hey, we appreciate you genuinely. So thank you so much. We always love the positive energy. So appreciate
Have a good night,
you.
guys.
Yep,
See
you
ya.
too.
I will get to you in 2 seconds, Harris. Any progress, Jake, with your what are you still talking about? They're like,
Dude,
we're gonna
they're-
send you a box.
I know, and now they're like, we can't do that. It's a third-party seller. I'm like, you fucking told me Tuesday that you could.
Oh, so
and
now
that's what you were doing.
they're backing out of their refund?
Right, yeah. They're like, we can't do it. It's a third. I'm not authorized. This is the conversation I just said. She said, or whoever this person is, I'm not authorized to create a refund on the account. I said, can you see that I was promised the refund in the logs? Because I got logs of conversations or whatever. She said, I'm sorry, again, this is for, this item is fulfilled by a seller. I'm not authorized to create a refund. I said,
Can you
please
dispute the
I
charge
said,
on your credit card?
I said, please, what?
Can you dispute the charge on your credit card?
I don't know. Please get. I said, please get someone who is authorized because I was made a promise because they keep saying I'm not authorized. I said, please get someone who's authorized. They said, may I know whom you are referring to? I said, please get someone who is authorized to approve the refund because on Tuesday I was told it would happen. This is very upsetting. They said, may I know whom you are referring to?
Oh, that's a bot, dude. You're not talking to a person.
I said, a manager or something. I don't know. You know who can authorize a refund, not me. And they said, even if I transfer this chat to my manager, they might not have, or they might have the same resolution. However, they may have additional resources. Do you still
Dude,
want
this
the
is a
transfer?
bot. You're talking to a bot. I sell
But they had a
this out.
typo earlier.
Oh, it's not a bot if there's a typo. You know you can talk to Amazon on the phone.
Okay, yeah, great idea. While I'm sitting here on a call-in show, I'm just gonna fucking
Well, you're
call
the
them.
idiot who decided, we're about to
Well,
go
I'm sitting
live.
here
What do you-
anyway. The only time I'm sitting at my computer for 2 fucking hours.
Okay, wow. A little disdain in your voice there.
Yeah, I'm getting a little pissed off.
Harris, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. How are
Can
you
you
guys?
be the Karen for Jacob? Jacob, do you want Tiffany to handle this for you?
No, I just said,
Jacob, you need to get a better
please
attitude.
transfer me. Let's go.
He does need a better attitude. I agree. How you doing, Harris?
I'm all right. I'm a little worried, but I'm excited about the pay-per-view. I'm a little worried about the bets, though.
It's this is the hardest pay-per-view I can think of in the last 4 or 5 months for sure. This is not UFC 294, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I was hoping I could run by my bets with you guys and tell me
Let's
if
hear
I
him,
should
man.
cash out any one of them or edit any one of them. So I've got one of them is a $25 on Castaneda and Gordon
It's a parlay.
and then another one.
Yeah,
is
the only
$60.
did you hear all the concerns about Castaneda and the weight and all that stuff or no?
Oh, I did not.
So very quickly, Castaneda asked for additional weight a few days ago. So this is now at a catch weight. And now Castaneda has mysteriously made his Instagram private, which seems like a bizarre thing to do. So the concern is this dude's having some serious weight issues, but we don't know. It's just conjecture.
Yeah, and then
Conjecture is a fancy word for.
his opponent came out swinging last fight. He beat that.
He's got power.
Yeah.
That's a good. Let's put it this way: before we found out about the weight and all that stuff, that's probably a decent parlay. But you know,
Okay.
Marco Madsen could also win. It's a risky parlay at this point, but I get it.
I have $60 with Ursig and Jamall Emmers. I have
That's.
$60
I mean, that should be good. People are higher on Urseg than I am. Jacob, you could weigh in. People are higher on Usyk than I am.
You said
but
that should be good, but you literally picked against him. So why are you going to tell him that?
I agree, but I'm like the only person that did. So the general consensus is that Usyk beats the brakes off of this dude, and it's possible I'm wrong. I do think Jamall Emmers wins, but judges seem to hate his guts. But he should win. I love Dennis Buzukja, but I think he's kind of a local guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not much help right now, but keep going.
I have Mackenzie Dern and Nazim, but then I started questioning that one. I remember how kind of soy Nazim is, and then his opponent is pretty beastly. So I I did another bet. It was Mackenzie Dern and Borshchev to kind of
so you can't lose.
Arbitrate.
Mackenzie should win. Mackenzie should dominate. So at least that half is fine. So one of those parlays should hit.
This one is, I feel pretty confident about this one. I got $60. Tabatha, Ricci, and Lupita over 2.5, and then I got Yuri and Alex
That should be
over
good.
1.5.
I think both of those are good. Jacob, do you agree with both of those?
I think so.
Yeah, they should be good. Like the 1.5 line on the main event's interesting because both of those guys have gone 5 rounds. And Alex Pereira, yeah, he's wildly dangerous, but like it's not as if he knocked everybody out in the first 5 minutes. Like this dude goes a little bit. He takes his time. He's a slow starter. So I'm surprised that was a 1.5 round line.
Yeah, it seemed. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's a main event, and they tend to start out slow and feel each other out, and
that could be some sneaky value because I got that same bet at like minus 140 or something. I feel like it should be a little higher than that.
I have a $10 parlay that I think is just a waste of money here, but it's Pat Sabatini, Fravola, and Benoit over 1.5, and then Jared Gordon again.
That's not terrible. Jacob will disagree, but that's not a terrible parlay. Benoit and Fravola could go over 1.5. Jared Gordon, man, all of a sudden that 40-year-old Olympic wrestler is going to ruin a couple of those parlays for you.
I'm feeling pretty confident in Matt Fravola because Saint Denis last fight, he was just leaving himself wide open every swing he throws, and
Fravola hits hard.
I got $20 on Fravola and Emmers parlay.
Damn, you really do a lot of parlays here.
That's all I do. I started doing 2 to 3 person parlays, and those have worked out a lot better for me.
What I've tried to do is I try to take the risky people and put them together, and the confident people put them together. Because nothing more frustrating than half a parlay or 3/4 of a parlay hitting, and then the one risky, you had that one underdog in there that blows it. So I try to group the risky with the risky.
Yeah, the
So
worst
it's like,
one.
all right, this whole thing goes.
Two leg parlays and one on each misses because then you're like, fuck, I should have just fucking grouped the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're learning here. I'm pretty hot. I feel confident about Sergey Pavlovich. I got him, Mackenzie Dern, and Jamall. $40 there.
I mean
he's pretty decent.
That heavyweight fight's a 50-50, but so obviously that could hit. The other 2 legs should be good.
And then I got Joshua Van and Jamall Emmers. I just realized I have Jamall Emmers way too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jamall. Dude, all of a sudden, Dennis Buzukja shows up, gets all those takedowns. You're screwed.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem with this. That's the wild part about this sport. It's a fist fight. Anybody can win on any night at any moment. It's not a team sport. You have a bad night. You're not feeling it. You're a little tired. You're a little slower than you are 90% of the time. Boom, you lose that fight. Everything goes to shit. It's quite. I mean, that's why we love the sport. Obviously, it's like the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl, you get the 2 best football teams. One game decides it all, and you just have one bad game, one weird injury. The whole season goes to shit. It's the same thing with MMA. You could have an awesome 5-fight when Brendan Allen's fighting next week. Brendan Allen's on a 5-fight win streak, whatever it is, probably 1 win away from making a meaningful argument for a title shot. Dude, he has a little bit of a bad night, slips a little bit, a little tired. Boom. His whole career starts over. It's a crazy sport. And betting on it is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. I much prefer betting on fights than on team sports.
Well, you'll get better odds because it's a crazy sport, but team sports are a little more consistent, I imagine. I don't know how often a 7-1 football favorite gets smoked like Bonfim did. I don't think that's somewhat consistent.
I lost $400 on Milwaukee Bucks at home versus a terribly ranked team, and they ended up losing at home somehow. And I lost $400 to win, what, 100 maybe?
Yeah, that sucks.
And
that does suck.
That's when I quit betting on basketball.
I hear you, man. What else you got going on before we let you go here?
I was wondering if anybody was talking shit about my bets.
I didn't see anything in the comments. A lot of fade Dern, which disagree with that. Bunch of Pereira, which that's going to happen. That's a 50-50 fight. But no other shit there. Well, Roosavelt, Roberts, upset alert. This Linkwell, this guy's a troll. Like he's got like take a normal person's life and then cut it by 8. That's his life.
Hold on. Sorry. Amazon just sent me a funny message because I just wrote out because I'm with like somebody that, what do they call themselves? From the leadership team or something. So
leadership team.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I explained what was going on or whatever. And she said, the first line is, I have no words to express my apology to you.
So now what? Now what's the second line?
Well, then
we're going to send
still,
you a box?
I want to say sorry for this bad shopping experience you have been through with us, and I hope that you will forgive this occurrence.
But you're beat. Yeah, but you're beat. And we're moving on. Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Do you have many people in the queue?
We have 2 in the queue. Okay. One's been popping in and out.
I was going to
suggest...
suggest...
Why, you got something else for us? Go ahead.
If this show isn't living up to your standards, I was going to recommend you do like some kind of challenge for all the viewers. I don't know, like some kind of cash prize or...
For what? What's
like
the
a
challenge?
Push-up challenge or one-handed push-ups.
No, you didn't do a push-up thing. You lit up that punching bag.
Yeah.
I'll do a push-up challenge.
Can you do one-handed push-ups? Jacob should be able to.
No. I personally am not going to do the push-up challenge. I would allow people to do push-ups on camera.
Jacob, how many one-handed push-ups can you do?
Not as many as you.
How long can you stand there and count?
All right, buddy. Yeah. I just got one more question.
Yeah, that's here.
Jacob, have you seen The Ghost That Hides from Gay People?
I have, yeah.
What is that?
Okay.
It was a joke. You're supposed to say, no, I haven't, because he hides from gay people.
Oh.
So I was supposed to be like, no, what are you talking about? No.
I thought he said heights.
There you go. No.
Oh, okay. I'm
way too good for that.
Right,
you should ask Angelo. Angelo would have been fucking.
I would have said no.
Angelo would have been so confused, and we would have had to explain it to him, and he still wouldn't have understood.
All right, well, we appreciate you. Thanks for calling in, bud.
All right, guys.
All right, see ya. I see in the queue, Joe. We'll give you just chill a minute, Joe.
All I responded with is a frowny face. No response yet.
So just to catch people up, Jakey boy went out, spent what, $2,000?
Just over.
$2,000, just over $2,000 on a fancy computer, a Windows computer. He's streaming from a Mac. I'm streaming from a Mac right now. He went out, bought himself a fancy Windows computer so he could have the best live streams in the game, in the Saturday fight game. And they sent him a computer that worked for a few weeks. Then it started freaking out on him.
Well, there was issues from day one, but I just assumed they were just regular ass issues.
Windows issues, yeah. So then he reached out to the company, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're typing. Send it. We'll take care of it for you." Jacob sends this big ass computer, mails it. Well, first, actually, Jacob realizes that across the street from his government housing is a PC building company. And he was like, hey, I got this. What is it? MSI is the brand?
Right.
He's like, I have this MSI. And that guy basically laughed in your face and said, oh, those things suck.
He's like, those
What'd
are
he
known
say?
for like shitty ass motherboards or something like that. And I was like, fantastic. And I was like, I think my graphics card is out because that was what I originally thought because like the screens were always messing up. I was like, I think my graphics card's out. Do I just need an update or something? He's like, dude, people will bring us computers where they haven't updated their graphics card in fucking 3 or 4 years, and it will never do that. Still, it'll still run fine. It's just like the updates just kind of help. He's like, that's an MSI computer. He's like, you need to reach out to the seller or somebody because that's not supposed to be happening right now. I was like, oh fuck, because I reached out to them because I was like, can you guys just fix it? I was like, I don't want to deal with these people. Can you guys just fix it? And they were like, dude, yeah, but it should not be doing that. So fucking, I was like, oh shit.
Well, so then he reached out to the seller on Amazon, third-party seller. They said, oh, send it to us. We'll take care of you. He sent it. They said it was a bad memory core. Sent it back. Jacob got everything up and running. Shit kept failing. So then, again, guys, this is the problem. He sent it back. Then they swapped his video card.
My graphics
They said,
card.
oh, it's the video card.
It was
or the
because
graphics
one of
card.
the reasons why I got the computer was like an RTX fancy whatever graphics card, and I noticed that too because in OBS when you're processing the stream, you can even have it with your your CPU processor, or if you have a nice graphics card, you just let the graphics card handle all the processing and everything. So before in the drop down for OBS, you could see like the RTX this. There's like 4 or 5 options, and then when I got it back, it was just like the H.264 like graphics card or whatever, like a basic ass graphics card or something. So I was like, the second I opened up OBS and I was like, and then when I went into the settings too to make sure that the graphics card was updated, it obviously was not RTX graphic card listed. It was just our fucking like regular ass graphics card, which that is fucking theft. That is thievery. I paid $2,000 for this, part of it because of this graphics card to process everything that I want to process. And then you're like, oh, don't worry, send it back. We'll swap it out. It's a bad graphics card. And you swap it out with something of less value. That's not right. So
100%. I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. And so that's why Jacob is now arguing with Amazon because he was like, he reached out to the people for a third time.
I told the whole story to them on Tuesday, and they were like, oh my God, they called me a valuable customer to Amazon. We're going to send you a shipping label. Just send it back to us. We'll refund your money, and then we'll deal with the seller ourselves. So then they said it'll take 24 to 40 hours to get that fucking shipping label.
Return
it's been
label.
48 hours. So I reached back out, and then now they're like, whoops, yeah, we got to try to reach out to the seller. It's like, no, it's already worked.
Yeah, well, and so now Jacob's dealing with that. Big Capper said, get your money back and build your own. Yeah, no, that's what he's working on. That's the problem because it's been like 3 months or 4 months or something. So, yeah, that does suck. That does suck. I assume Amazon will take care of you. They're a giant retailer.
But they're saying it right now again. Like, we got to contact the seller and stuff. It's like, what the fuck? I was told
I would
on
just
Tuesday
lean
that you
into
guys
the whole,
would be handling.
they stole it. I would lean into, I did contact the seller. I sent it back. They replaced the parts.
I can't trust
they
them.
stole from me.
Because if I send it back to get my refund, what if they're like, oh, we didn't receive it. We haven't received it. Right? Because they're pissed off too. Because they don't want to give me a refund. You know?
Oh, I hear you. I would also leave a wildly negative review. Their whole living is Amazon. So you gotta work with Amazon. And normally I'm not like a Karen about these things, but I mean, $2,000 to have.
They would have told me this from the beginning. It's like, okay, but they were like, oh, we're going to handle it. And now they're like, not doing that. So
I could have Tiffany call them for you. I've had Tiffany call some shit.
Oh,
for
I'm
me
handling
before.
it. I have no issues if I'm not talking to them directly.
I have no issues if it's not on the phone or face to face. Outside of that, I will. You type up a storm like you have never seen. All right, we'll hang out here for another couple of minutes, then we'll let this go. Usually we only do these for about an hour. But these are the Thursday night call-in streams. We're going to get a little more formal with these. Actually, what Tanis did was what I'm looking to do. You show up, you share your picks, you share your bets, we talk about them, and then we go ahead and move on to the next person because we are all in this together. Every single person watching, all of us here at We Want Picks, there's like 7 of us at this point. we're all here just trying to make money watching these fights. It's our favorite sport. We're trying to make money watching our favorite sport. So what better way to do that than together in this community? If you don't already subscribe to our socials, do that, please. It costs nothing. It's a click. And if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Discord is 100% free. And if you don't know what Discord is because you're old like I am, it's basically just a big, how would you describe it? A big chat room? It's a big chat room.
Forum type chat room, yeah.
It's not a forum because it's live.
Oh, well, what do you think it is? I thought there was no such thing as a wrong answer.
You have wrong answers constantly. Your lock of the week this week is Jacob, who's your lock of the week? Oh, it's that fucking idiot who pulls guard. Wrong answer.
It's a little disrespectful.
Well, that's how that goes, man. Wrong answers only, apparently. Another failed. I sent you that text of Jekka Sarah guy. Just said another failed lock of the week because I did the graphics today for next week's card. And
that fight.
That's why you guys always say, "Oh, Angel gets. How do you get the quick picks out so early?" I'm a week ahead. I already have my notes, my picks done, and I did all the graphics today for next week. Allen versus Craig. It's actually a sneaky good card for a UFC Vegas card. Very sneaky good. Last year at this time, we had a bunch of trash cards that they used to close out the year because the UFC is, anybody who doesn't know, right now the UFC is in a wild lawsuit. There's a huge class action, anti-competitive lawsuit. I forget exactly what the term is, but basically the lawsuit is they're a monopoly. They control everything. They drove down our wages. This is a big problem. And it's worked its way through the court system. It's taken years. It's like Mark Hunt, if you haven't been watching for a while. Yeah, exactly. Big Capper gets it. Big Capper's a fucking loser 90% of the time in these comment section, but he at least knows who Mark Hunt is. It's like Mark Hunt, Randy Couture, and they're all suing the UFC by saying you guys screwed us money-wise. And they're probably not wrong, frankly. And what the UFC tried to do to avoid that lawsuit was guarantee fighters fights. One of the biggest complaints back in the day was, oh, you pissed off Dana White. They're just not going to offer you a fight. They just won't. You know what I mean? You could sit there for a year and they're not going to offer you a fight and you're not going to be let out of your contract because your contract says you need to fight 3 times. So anyway, what the UFC tried to do to avoid this big lawsuit and say, hey, court, we've done this, is they have to, in their contracts, they now offer fighters 3 fights a year. It's like a mandatory. And if a fighter turns it down, it is what it is. They offered it. And, you know, the UFC will offer miserable fights. But anyway, what we had last year at this time was the UFC just trying to meet that contractual obligation. So it was a whole bunch of just trash cards of, oh God, we need these 30 fighters to get a fight in before the end of the year, or at least offer it. But this year, next week card is very good. UFC 296 is solid. UFC Austin is solid. There's actually some good fights running out the rest of this year. Link Whale said, can you call out other channels like Tajik Bay guy? Fuck that. Yeah, that guy sucks. That guy, what did he do to you? He blocked you on Twitter so he could talk shit about you real quick? Is that what he did? It was something stupid like that.
I don't pay attention to other people.
Dude, it's wild. I run my mouth. I'm an aggressive guy. I'm all for conflict. I embrace conflict. I enjoy conflict. But it is wild, the loser mentality a lot of people have. I match energy. If you come at me positive news, like Big Capper, this dude's a negative Nancy trying to be the funny guy in the comments, always says stupid shit. So I attack him. That's what I do. I match the energy. You come at me positive, like our favorite Amazon driver, you're going to get positive vibes. A lot of these other people just try to build their whole thing on, trying to be, I don't know what, but that Tajik Bay guy, he's got a whole bunch of followers, but I think people are accusing him of buying them because the engagement numbers are wild. Jacob and I talked about, here's a compliment for Baby Jake, which I don't like doing very often, and I'm talking way too much right now. My bad. Baby Jake here has probably the best MMA Twitter account, period. End of story. Everything this dude tweets is funny, pointed, like everything he does. He's going to tweet good, high-quality content like a video he made, or he's just going to tweet something funny, something sarcastic. Like, it's high-quality shit. He should have more followers. And then you pointed out, I don't have a ton of followers, but the engagement numbers are solid. Right, Jakey boy?
I got 7,000 views on this John Castaneda tweet right now.
There you go. So you do get the engagement where there's other people with far, 50, 20,000.
And, I mean, and this has been this. I mean, we kind of mentioned it already, but if you guys didn't know, and we'll just kind of loop you into the loop here. Excuse me, Angelo. My Diego highlight video has gone, I don't want to say viral, but there's been some big accounts that have posted my it was not the spitting back fist, but one of them has like 200,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah. You not knowing it is just funny. What are the biggest MMA media
I don't
outlets
follow
out there?
any. I don't really follow any of those accounts, but he has like 200,000 followers and posted it. And then the artist, which somebody had to have sent him that video, and then he saw it. He posted, the artist who has like 200,000 Instagram followers of that song somehow found the video, posted in his story. Long story short, I'm like a fucking celebrity these days, and it's crazy how fast these girls find out that like you're a somebody, that you're one of the next big things in MMA, in entertainment, in movies, in producing, in fucking life. Because I mean, there was Alexa Grasso was viewing my story today. Loopy shared my story. I mean, Diego is visiting my page, and then today I'm just randomly tweeting it, and Jessica Rose Clark is tweeting me, and then I'm getting a message from it's just. Amanda Hebos the other day messaged me, and that's like 100% serious. It's like, it's crazy how fast they pick up on the fame, the fortune, the good looks, the charisma, and that's just where I'm headed these days. I mean, I'm going to have to really kind of be on my P's and Q's and pick the right one. But, I mean, they're all after me, and it's a lot, but we're handling it.
I mean, whatever support you need to navigate this tightrope of which one of these famous women to pursue. I'm here for you if you need me. But in all seriousness, I've been saying for a while, those highlight videos that you put together for the fighters, those should be uploaded on their own. Those are great. People pay money for highlight videos. Those are great highlight videos, for sure.
I know.
Oh, yeah, okay. So why don't you upload them then? This fucking guy. I know he says.
I wouldn't listen to the first part. I thought you were just still giving me compliments.
I just heard you say I was great, so I just
literally I was like looking at. They said okay. I explained the whole thing again. I was like, the sellers already said they're not going to. I don't want to send it to the seller. They literally already told me they're going to refund my money. She said, okay, no worries. In this case, I will raise a work request to the dedicated team who will investigate this matter on a serious note, so that an A to Z file can be claimed against the seller and you can get a refund for it. Will that be helpful? I said, fuck yeah, it would.
Yeah, listen here. Meg 2911, whatever the fuck it is. That is helpful. A to Z. That's the, you ever look at the Amazon logo? That's their whole thing.
Cool.
Have you ever looked at the Amazon logo? It's an arrow from the A to the Z.
I worked at FedEx at the airport. I've seen that logo way more than you because every single can was filled with about 85-90% Amazon boxes.
You know what's funny? And I'll shut this whole thing down in a minute. I read an article like a year ago that said
the FedEx facility that I worked at a couple years after I left, a guy went in there with a gun and killed a bunch of people. Like he got fired the week before. I might have known that guy. Honestly, I don't know. Actually, there was a lot of turnover, but I mean, and literally the thing that I walked through every single day for like a year and a half. A couple years later, literally, he just walked in there and started mowing people down. You go look it up. FedEx shooting, Indianapolis. Look it up. That was where I worked. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, thanks. Yeah. I coached at that school in Connecticut.
Ooh, she just hit me with thank
I was
you
there the night
so much for understanding in this case. She hit me with 2 O's on the so. Like how you said Roosavelt.
Google her, Google her name.
Instead of Roosevelt. That was
Look her up,
one
man.
of the dumbest things
she might know. Dude, she might know about the highlight tweet.
Her name is Susuban.
Oh, all right. You like him a little. She could have a little flair. Anyway.
I don't like white women anymore, if that's what you're alluding to.
I don't see color.
Well, I do, and I'm tired of the white ones. I need something much better than that in my life. Fucking boring. Holy shit.
Meatball said, do you still keep up with the Northeast regional scene? If so, any prospects? I do not. Like as soon as I moved out, I still get texts from all those promoters saying need a fighter, need a fighter, need a fighter, and I'll get the random like Nick Newell hit me up every now and then, say I have this really good guy.
He messaged me the other day making fun of you.
I know he did. I saw the screenshot. Even like I haven't actually, Glover hasn't hit me up in a while, but when I first, like last year, he hit me up. Can you get so and so a fight? Can you get so and so a fight? And so that's how I would stay in touch with the Northeast regional scene. But I've been long gone, and like promotions like CES will reach out. Pat Sullivan, CES, shout out to that guy, that great matchmaker. And I just, you lose it quick. You lose it very, very quick. So
is it true
no.
that if you don't use it, you lose it?
That is true. The it factor, I'm from Newtown, Connecticut. That is where I was born in New York. I spent, a little chunk of my life in New York. And then my family said, we're not going to raise him in the city.
Big chunk.
They said, we're not going to raise him in the city. Let's raise him in Connecticut. And I spent middle school, high school in Connecticut. Newtown, Connecticut.
Wait, what was that last part?
What?
Oh, it was your parents saying they were going to raise you guys in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know. I thought you were talking about you moved because you said your kids need to be raised in Connecticut or something. And I was like, nothing about that.
No, I would argue, first of all, I do love Connecticut, and I feel like I was very well educated and had some great food along the way.
Enchiladas.
Dude, all my friends, I texted. It's so funny. I texted my Texas friends. Every single one of them laughed at me for saying enchilada. And I texted my Connecticut friends, and all of them were like, I say enchilada. And two of them were like, I say enchilada, but I know it's enchilada. So, whatever. Fuck you people. But anyway, I would argue there's no better place to... The life my kids have now, they've got a great life. And it's not because, like... It's literally just because of the neighborhood and the neighbor. They're riding bikes. They're riding scooters. They're ringing door. Can we ring the neighbor's doorbell and play outside? Like, all that stuff. It's great. Good for them. They love it.
I never asked for it. I just fucking did it.
Yeah, okay. You also ended up in the neighbor's basement more than one time, and they don't have children. So, can't wait for those suppressed memories to work their way out.
If they haven't already, I guarantee they will never come up. So, there's been some dark nights, Angelo.
I'm going to time out Gobbler, by the way. I'm done with this idiot. Done some deep dives on it. I don't know what these people are fucking talking about. But anyway, we're going to shut this down. It is 9:30 at night our time. Tiffany just got home. I'm going to relax, hang out. We got a busy Fight Foods weekend, busy pay-per-view weekend ahead of us. We just had another premium member sign up. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate you. And then before Daniel was Zach. Before Zach was John. Before John was Muhammad. And before Muhammad, this is all during our stream. Before Muhammad was Timothy. We appreciate every single one of you for becoming a premium member. Premium membership gets you a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to get, I'm clicking the wrong way. The line movement tracker. You're going to get the detailed data metrics and analytics. You're going to get the optimizer. You're going to get the best ownership projections. You're going to get more than just me and Jakey Boy. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. WeOwnPicks.com. Click become a member. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We appreciate you. Somebody said Jacob live tomorrow. First of all, tomorrow's Friday. No fights tomorrow. He will not be live tomorrow. He won't be live Saturday either. He'll be hanging out. But if you want to see a couple of glimpses of Jakey Boombots, check out the Fight Foods vlog. Link Whale said, what's the premium member count at? We're closing in on 3,000. We may hit that. We have not hit 3,000 yet. The goal is 20,000 YouTube subscribers and 3,000 premium members by the end of this year. That is a lofty goal just because of the inconsistent cards from here on out. Any last words for the PP? The PP. Oh, my God. That's a Freudian slip.
Well,
the people.
About to end the stream, and you got pretty excited about something.
PP. You got anything to say to these people before I shut it down?
Just, your thoughts and your prayers for me in this Amazon conversation would be greatly appreciated.
I am rooting for you because, well, selfishly, you did this whole thing for your live stream. So it's going to be really annoying if you got burned out of that money. Mr. Wonderful, I see. We have a caller. I'm going to put him on for 2 seconds. This is fucking. Are you there, Mr. Wonderful? Hello. No, Mr. Wonderful. All right. Well, good night, people. We'll see you next week. Oh, very short.
Hasta luego.
Jacob and I next week will be live on Thursday doing our full card breakdown. Not Tuesday, not Monday. Thursday, I have to travel for work. He has a buddy flying in, so Sunday's not going to work.
Oh, buddy, it's big down, baby. That's big down.
We'll see. He might make the vlog.
That's big down, baby.
All right. See ya. Riva Dundach.